told you it was love. They convinced you it was normal. They made you believe the problem was you. But somewhere beneath the confusion, the self-doubt, the endless explanations that never quite made sense, you knew something was wrong. This is where we stop pretending. This is where we examine what they never wanted you to see. The patterns that controlled you, the systems that protected them.
The hustle doesn't have to hurt. If performance pressure is making it hard to breathe, Grow Therapy helps you navigate stress, set boundaries, and actually feel like yourself again. Whether it's your first time in therapy or your 50th, Grow makes it easier to find a therapist who fits you, not the other way around. You can search by what matters, like insurance, specialty, identity, or availability, and get started in as little as 2 days. There are no subscriptions, no long-term commitments. You just pay per session. Grow helps you find therapy on your time. Whatever challenges you're facing, Grow Therapy is here to help. Grow accepts over 100 insurance plans, including Medicaid in some states. Sessions average about $21 with insurance, and some pay as little as $0 depending on their plan. Visit growtherapy.com/start now to get started. That's growtherapy.com/start now. growtherapy.com/start now. Availability and coverage vary by state and insurance plan.
Hey, this is Paige DeSorbo from Giggly Squad, and today I want to talk to you about Boost Mobile. Quick question, why are we letting our phone bills bully us? Here's a money tip. Stop paying a carrier tax. When you bring your own phone and switch to Boost Mobile's $25 unlimited forever plan, you can unlock up to $600 in savings. That's real-life money, not money trapped in a pricey phone bill. $600 is a trip, a shopping spree, or paying something off. Your money belongs in your life. You get unlimited data, talk, and text for $25 a month with no contracts and no minimum line requirement. Your phone, your rules. Head to boostmobile.com to switch today and unlock the savings you actually deserve. After 30 gigabytes, customers may experience lower speed. Customers pay $25 per month while active on Boost Mobile Unlimited plan. Savings claim based on a January 2026 Boost Mobile survey comparing average annual payments of major carrier customers to 12 months on the Boost Mobile Unlimited plan. Visit boostmobile.com for details.
This podcast is sponsored by IQ Bar. I've got good news and bad news. Here's the bad news. Most protein bars are packed with sugar and unpronounceable ingredients. The good news? There's a better option. I'm Will, and I created IQ Bar plant protein bars to empower doers like you with clean, delicious, low-sugar brain and body fuel. IQ Bars are packed with 12 grams of protein, brain nutrients like magnesium and lion's mane, and zero weird stuff. And right now, you can get 20% off all IQ Bar products, plus free shipping. Try our delicious IQ Bar sampler pack with 7 plant protein bars, 4 hydration mixes, and 4 enhanced coffee sticks. Clean ingredients, amazing taste, and you'll love how you feel. Refuel smarter, hydrate harder, caffeinate larger with IQ Bar.
Go to eatiqbar.com and enter code BAR20 to get 20% off all IQ Bar products plus free shipping. Again, go to eatiqbar.com and enter code BAR20.
If you've ever noticed that men in your family or relationships express misogynistic ideas or jokes, not directly to women, but exclusively among other men, like a secret club where putting women down boosts their status, you're witnessing a toxic social currency in action. Maybe you walked into a room and the conversation suddenly shifted, or you overheard comments through thin walls that made your stomach drop. Perhaps you caught fragments of conversations that revealed how the men in your life really talked about women when they thought no one was listening, and you probably wondered what that meant about how they saw you. Welcome back to the Narcissistic Abuse Recovery Podcast. I'm Lynn, your host. Today we're talking about a specific form of scapegoating that targets women as a group, and how understanding the real motivation behind these behaviors can help you stop taking responsibility for other people's toxic attitudes. This isn't just casual sexism. This is strategic degradation designed to build social currency among men. When someone uses demeaning talk about women exclusively in male company, They're not actually expressing their true feelings about women. They're performing dominance for an audience of other men. The person doing this understands exactly what they're doing. They know these comments would be unacceptable in mixed company, which is why they save them for when women aren't around, or so they think. This calculated behavior reveals something important. They're not driven by genuine belief as much as by a desperate need to secure their position in a male hierarchy. Think about how this played out in your experience. The father who never criticized women directly, but made cutting remarks about female neighbors, co-workers, or even family members when only his sons were present. The partner who saved his most degrading comments about women for conversations with male friends. The brother who became a different person entirely when participating in all-male gatherings. You might have experienced the whiplash of seeing someone treat you with basic respect to your face while knowing they participated in conversations that reduced you and other women to stereotypes and objects. This creates a specific kind of confusion because their behavior toward you individually might not match the contempt you know they express about women as a group. Here's what's really happening. The person engaging in this behavior is using misogyny as social currency. They're trading in degradation to buy acceptance, respect, or dominance among other men. It's a transaction. They put women down to prop themselves up in male social structures. This explains why the behavior is audience dependent. When they're around women, especially women who might call them out or whose opinion matters to them, they modify their behavior. But when they're with men who they believe will reward this kind of talk, out come the degrading comments and sexist jokes. You probably internalized some of this. You might have wondered if you somehow deserved those comments, or if there was something about you that invited that level of disrespect. You might have tried to be different, better, more acceptable to avoid becoming a target of that kind of talk. But here's the reality check you need. Their misogynistic comments were never about you. They were about whoever needed to maintain control and status among other men. The degradation of women was just the tool they used to climb or solidify their position in a toxic hierarchy. This doesn't make it less harmful. In fact, it makes it more calculating and cruel. Someone who tailors their bigotry to their audience knows exactly what they're doing. They understand the impact of their words, which is why they're careful about when and where they say them. You weren't responsible for changing their behavior. You couldn't have been good enough, quiet enough, or accommodating enough to stop them from participating in these conversations, because it was never actually about you or your behavior. It was about their need to secure social status through the degradation of others. The shame you might have carried belongs to them, not you. The confusion you felt about being treated one way to your face while knowing you were talked about differently behind your back was a reasonable response to unreasonable behavior. You deserved better than being reduced to a stereotype in someone's bid for male approval. You deserved better than having your worth evaluated through the lens of misogynistic social currency. And you definitely deserved better than carrying the weight of someone else's calculated cruelty. The men who engage in this behavior often present themselves as reasonable, even respectful, in mixed company. This makes it easier for people to dismiss women's concerns about what happens when they're not around. But you know what you heard. You know what you witnessed. And your experience of that behavior matters regardless of how they performed respectability in other contexts. Understanding that this was strategic rather than spontaneous doesn't minimize the impact. If anything, it highlights how deliberately harmful this behavior was. Someone who knows better but chooses worse when they think they can get away with it is showing you exactly who they are. So here's your reflection question. How does recognizing the audience and intent behind these misogynistic expressions shift your understanding of your own experience with such comments and the person who spoke them? This is Lynn, and this has been another episode of the Narcissistic Abuse Recovery Podcast. I'll see you in the next one. Visit our website at movingforwardafterabuse.com for articles, resources, and more support on your recovery journey.
Hi, this is Pablo Torre from Pablo Torre Finds Out, and today I want to talk to you about Boost Mobile, because we spend a lot of time analyzing inefficiencies in sports, overvalued contracts, money tied up in the wrong places, and so on. But those inefficiencies aren't just on a roster. Sometimes they're in your own monthly expenses. Boost Mobile says switching to their $25 unlimited forever plan can unlock up to $600 in savings a year. That's $25 a month for unlimited data, talk, and text when you bring your own phone. If that money is trapped in a pricey phone bill, it might be worth a second look. Visit boostmobile.com to learn more. After 30 gigabytes, customers may experience slower speeds. Customers pay $25 per month as long as they remain active on the Boost Mobile Unlimited plan. Savings claim based on a January 2026 Boost Mobile survey of 1,000 Americans with single-line unlimited plans, comparing average annual payments of major carriers to 12 months on the Boost Mobile Unlimited plan. For full offer details, visit boostmobile.com.
Hey, this is Paige DeSorbo from Giggly Squad, and today I want to talk to you about Boost Mobile. Quick question, why are we letting our phone bills bully us? Here's a money tip. Stop paying a carrier tax. When you bring your own phone and switch to Boost Mobile's $25 unlimited forever plan, you can unlock up to $600 in savings. That's real-life money, not money trapped in a pricey phone bill. $600 is a trip, a shopping spree, or paying something off. Your money belongs in your life. You get unlimited data, talk, and text for $25 a month with no contracts and no minimum line requirement. Your phone, your rules. Head to boostmobile.com to switch today and unlock the savings you actually deserve. After 30 gigabytes, customers may experience lower speed. Customers pay $25 per month while active on Boost Mobile Unlimited plan. Savings claim based on a January 2026 Boost Mobile survey comparing average annual payments of major carrier customers to 12 months on the Boost Mobile Unlimited plan. Visit boostmobile.com for details.
This work is hard, really hard. Questioning everything you were taught, seeing systems that were invisible, sitting with truth that change how you see the world. It's exhausting and overwhelming sometimes. There's no timeline for this, no right way to process it. We've gone daily now because these conversations matter. Subscribe so new episodes land automatically when they drop.